What's up, everyone? It's Mason with the Herb Rally Podcast. Today I'm going to be narrating for your listening and learning pleasure Mel Kasting's Devil's Club monograph. Mel Kasting is a clinical herbalist, freelance writer, and assistant clinic director for the Eclectic School of Herbal Medicine's student-led free clinic. For more info about Mel or to set up an appointment with her, just visit eclecticschoolofherbalmedicine.com/Mel-Kasting. And as usual, I'll be sure to put the links in the show notes. To read Mel's Devil's Club monograph, along with many others, you could go to herbrally.com/monographs. I hope you enjoy this as much as I did, and thank you so much for listening. Devil's Club by Mel Kasting. If we parse this striking plant's Latin name into three segments, we find opolo, meaning armored, panax, meaning heal all, and horridus, meaning to stand on end fiercely. So this plant literally means fiercely armored heal-all, an apt description. The first time I saw Devil's Club, I was on a field trip with the Columbines School of Botanical Studies. We had been hiking along an incline, and down below, in the moist bellows, where two hills met, stood a large patch quietly looming over the smaller ground cover plants. I remember feeling awed by its prehistoric appearance, and a little timid, like I was about to meet someone I have looked up to for years. Talk about presence. Genus and species: Opolopanax horridus. Family: Aureliaceae. Common names: Devil's Club, Devil's Walking Stick, Alaskan ginseng. Description and habitat: Devil's Club is a large shrub native to the wet, old-growth coniferous forests in the Pacific Northwest, British Columbia, and south-central Alaska. There are also small scattered populations on the islands around Lake Superior and in Ontario. It grows from 3 to 10 feet tall with many spines along the stems, petioles, and major leaf veins. The leaves are large and palmately lobed. The flowers are small and whitish, borne in pyramidal clusters, and ripen to shiny, flattened, bright red berries. Energetics: warming slightly, sweet, bitter. Properties: hypoglycemic, adaptogenic, expectorant, respiratory stimulant, aromatic bitter, amphoteric. Taste: bitter, acrid slightly, and sweet. Parts used: root and lower stem bark. Tissue states: cold stagnation, atrophy, generally deficient. Key uses: insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, late onset hypoglycemia in small doses, PCOS and other blood sugar-related hormone dysregulation, rheumatoid arthritis, and autoimmune dysfunction, stress-induced overeaters as an expectorant for thick mucus, short-term for sugar cravings. History and ethnobotany. Devil's Club has a long history of use as a decoction in the Native American tribes of British Columbia and the Pacific Northwest for rheumatism and arthritis, stomach and digestive ailments, tuberculosis, colds, skin disorders, toothaches, and diabetes. The berries are poisonous if eaten, but were used by the Haida tribe, applied topically for lice. Ritual huts were constructed of Devil's Club spiny stems for shamans to prepare for important work and to warn away intruders. It was also attributed to be able to bring about supernatural powers and was used as a power plant for protection, cleansing, and purification, usually being worn. Clinical uses. Devil's Club is useful for treating blood sugar issues of all kinds. I find it especially indicated for women dealing with polycystic ovarian syndrome and for individuals suffering from chronic stress and accompanying overeating in smaller doses. In drop doses for individuals who have a hard time setting boundaries, either physical or emotional, and even more specifically for sexual trauma manifesting in unwanted promiscuity, insecurity, and timidity with a lack of grounding. Michael Moore suggests it for clients with elevated blood lipids, moderately high blood pressure, and early signs of adult-onset insulin-resistant diabetes. He also used it often in flare-up stages of rheumatoid arthritis and other autoimmune disorders. It seems to have an amphoteric effect on the blood sugar in small doses, although I found very few people to be using it this way. Kiva Rose says that it's good for late afternoon blood sugar slumps with shakiness and nausea, and I have found that to be clinically useful for clients to take their largest dose around 2 to 4 p.m. It is also a powerful respiratory stimulant and expectorant. But because this plant is not widely distributed, grows very slowly, and because we have a plentiful materia medica of more common expectorants to choose from, I would caution against using it in this way, unless its use is also indicated for autoimmune issues and/or blood sugar regulation. Dosage and method of delivery. Devil's Club was traditionally used as a decoction. It is also useful as a standard 1 to 5 tincture in 60% alcohol. 2 droppers 3 times a day for blood sugar regulation. 10 drops 3 times a day for its amphoteric properties, and 3 to 5 drops is needed for energetic uses. Cautions and contraindications. Take care while harvesting this plant. Punctures from the spines may raise painful red pus-filled eruptions. Berries are poisonous. No research has been done on the safety of this herb internally during pregnancy and breastfeeding, so avoidance is suggested. Contraindicated in initial stages of autoimmune disorders. In addition, careful monitoring of blood sugar is suggested in persons with hyperglycemia, insulin resistance, and diabetes using Devil's Club, as it may change the effects of insulin in the body. All right, I hope you all enjoyed that. Thanks again to Mel for contributing. I love me a lengthy, well-written plant monograph. Again, to read more monographs, you can head to herbrally.com/monographs. There you'll find many other herbalists' write-ups on many more plants. You'll also see Mel wrote several others, including peach, kava, and yellow pond lily. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to mention was, if you own and operate an herb school and would like to submit a few minutes of audio where you explain what your school is all about, where you're located, what y'all specialize in, and really what makes your school special, please send me an email to mason@herbrally.com. The idea would be to publish it as a podcast episode itself, but I'd also include it with your listing on the Herb Rally Schools page. You can find that at herbrally.com/schools. So please let me know if you're interested. I'm sure potential students would love to hear from you. Okay, thanks again for listening and take care.